Every month, an absolute ton of new mobile games hits the App Store and Google Play, and GameRanks always finds the best ones to try out. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on GameRanks, the best free iOS and Android games of January 2019. Between the Western type, Skyrim type, but has the sort of Eastern RPG feel hovering over a lot of the game itself. It's interesting because they actually have a lot of options, things to do that are, there's actually a lot of different modes. Expeditions, there's speed hunts, there's various different competitive tasks one can do, but again, you can also do the whole find a monster and kill it with friends thing. It's a game that's got more personality than you'd expect it to, and it's actually pretty gorgeous for a phone. I particularly like that they actually made it as colorful as they possibly could. It will have you messing about for hours, if that's your thing. That's out on both iOS and Android. Give it a shot. It's different, but also familiar. Number 9 is Nano Golf Hole-in-One, a game that is anything like that. It's actually a very arcadey type game, if you ask me. Nano Golf is very much a mini golf oriented game, and it's a one-finger play. Like, you swipe, let go. It's kind of momentum-based Angry Birds back in the day was, except for it's golf. And truthfully, if you know how to play Angry Birds, you know how to play this game. And all of the courses are actually really well designed, a lot of fun, and I think you'll find that the graphic. Number 8's a little game called King Crusher. It is a dynamic swipe-based roguelike, and I know that that probably sounds interesting. What does that end up working like? It's actually not that foreign. It's pretty much like a roguelike, but we do this type of game on a phone. Basically, you're a bunch of people who are tasked with helping the king become the only king by crushing all the other king. It's goofy, but it's fun as hell. It's got great unfair, but it does give you a nice challenge. I really enjoy this. It's got a lot of humor, it's got a lot of charm, and I really enjoyed it. Number 7, Langrisser is a series of strategy RPG. Number 7, Langrisser is a series of strategy RPGs that, well, we didn't really get a lot of them. We only ever got 1991's War Song, which is the original Langrisser title. Just, we named it Sega Genesis. It is a strategy RPG. It's really gonna, if you play Fire Emblem at all, gonna feel very familiar. This version of Langrisser has various battles from literally 5 generations of reimagined under this sort of new visual style. Most of them Americans have not seen. In truth, this is really a damn good strategy RPG. And all of the sort of gotcha, you know, the isn't actually bad. I'm not gonna say it's good, but it's a free game and it's not super intrusive. Number 6 is Forged Fantasy, which is an action RPG that you build a team of heroes and go out and do action RPGing. It does have a story. It's not an amazing story, but it's not bad. I mean, it's not something that you're going to write home about, but I don't think that you are going to get upset about it either. I mean, it's colorful, fun, enjoyable. And if you ever played Hero Hunters, I think you'll find that this is a good experience. I really enjoyed it. Outside of the story-based experience, there is also PvP battle. Story-based experience, there is also PvP battles and co-op boss raids and special events for you to play. Those tend to be pretty good as well. I think that this game is actually better than the sum of its parts, because it does everything so well that even though some of the story elements are maybe not super original, they're charming and enjoyable nonetheless, because the game itself is charming and enjoyable. Number 5 is Kaiju Rush, a cutesy city-destroying game where you pick a kaiju, obviously a very large monster, and wreck the crap. It's simple, but that's the game. And if it's one of those things where you're like, I don't like simple games, I don't know what to tell you, it's really, really enjoyable. It has the look of perhaps a Pokemon game, except for the monster, and they definitely don't fight each other. They fight the buildings and structures of society, and it's wonderful. It's so fun. It's so intuitive. It's very simple to control, and in its simplicity, it is every single person on the planet will love it, but I think a lot of people will. But I mean, that's a good reason to try it, I think, personally. Kaiju Rush is out on iOS and Android now. Number 4 is Hangline Mountain Climber, a physics side of a mountain. It is really an enjoyable experience. The grappling hook works very simply. You just tap, that's it. And the game is actually going to make you laugh a lot, I think. It's one of those games where dying is fun in physics-based games like this. It's funny, and that certainly adds to the enjoyment, but I think without that, it'd still be a good game. I really enjoy the hell out of Hangline Mountain Climber, which is out Try it. You can get it on iOS or Android. You know exactly why this is fun, and it is so much fun. You aim various marbles or steel balls, I don't really know, I don't really care, around, and the point is to use the physics to destroy as heavy emphasis on vehicles and heavy weapons, a destructible environment, and I mean, in some ways it's similar to an Overwatch type class-based hero shooter, but in other ways it's the best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription, so click the subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell. As always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at Falcon the Hero. We'll see you next time right here on GameRank.